What's going on, friends? So, of course, I had to come on here today and speak about the big orange elephant in the room. I know half of the country, including myself right now, is disillusioned and sort of downtrodden regarding the outcome of the election. I wanted to encourage you not to stay in that place too long. The good news is that we only have 4 more years to deal with the nightmare that Donald Trump has unleashed upon this country. Donald Trump is an old man and he's on his final act in life. And even if he wasn't old, he can't run for president anymore. And I really believe that the MAGA movement will slowly but surely dissipate after that. And here's why I say that. I will say this about the past Republican candidates for president. Though I may not have agreed with their policies, though I may not have voted for them, the one thing I can say is that they were decent human beings. Unlike Donald Trump, they didn't base their entire campaign on lies, disinformation, hate, and divisiveness. There may be others that try to rise up in Donald Trump's place to try to take this movement over, but no one will be as much of a con man and a charlatan as Donald Trump. Let's just think about this. Donald Trump is twice impeached. He is a convicted felon. He is a sexual predator. And he incited an insurrection to try to overthrow a free and fair election to remain in power. Now, I want you to see the contrast of how Kamala Harris is handling her loss. We're not planning an insurrection. We're not going to go on this disinformation campaign about how the election was rigged. This is what a democracy is. Even though things did not go the way we wanted them to, we understand that we don't have a democracy if we cannot have the peaceful transfer of power. More on the topic of Vice President Kamala Harris. I just want to say congratulations to you, ma'am. You entered this election 90 or so days ago. You knew you were the underdog coming in because you weren't going to have a lot of time to really introduce yourself to the American people, but you still said yes to the call. So I want to just take my hats off to you. You galvanized the Democratic Party in a way that hasn't happened since Barack Obama. You energized a generation of voters in a way that hasn't happened in the Democratic Party in a long time. Your campaign was rooted in decency, civility, respect, and most of all, the unity of our country, unlike the person who you ran against, who did the exact opposite. But rural America, you got what you wanted, because make no mistake about it, Donald Trump would not be in office right now if it wasn't for you. Now, there are many factors, but you played the biggest part because you are still bucking against the growth, evolution, and development of our country. You want it to be something of a time gone by. I have a rude awakening for you. Your days are numbered. This young generation that's coming up right now, who have Republican and Democratic parents, they love gay people, they love trans people, they love black people, they love immigrants, they love people of color, they love everybody. They are the exact opposite of what you are. And there are more of them than there are of you. So I hope you relish this next 4 years, because something is telling me you won't see another 4 like that, maybe ever. To the Latino community, to the Hispanic community in this country, a group of people that Donald Trump has denigrated, denounced, insulted at every turn. The fact that you can put your support behind somebody like that is just mind-boggling to me. I am talking about this community because you guys increased in numbers in your support for Donald Trump in record-breaking ways. And to my black brothers out there, you also bear some responsibility in this as well. Perhaps a great responsibility considering Pennsylvania. Now, we're still waiting on all the numbers, and we're going to get all the demographics, and we're going to know all of that real soon. But from what I heard last night, last time Donald Trump ran for office, he only received 10% of the black male vote in Pennsylvania. And this time, they were seeing it close to 25%. Now, that could have been the difference in Kamala Harris taking Pennsylvania and actually winning this election. And why? Because of your patriarchy, because of your misogyny, that you would rather see somebody like Donald Trump, who is completely unfit to be the leader of the free world, over a woman. So when Donald Trump gives policemen all over this country immunity, and you find yourself on the receiving end of that policy with some racist police officer looking you dead in your eyes, and God forbid ended up having some acts of violence committed against you, as we know happens all the time, we will probably still stand up and fight for you, because we know that fighting for you is fighting for us. But at the end of the day, just know and never forget, you bear a great responsibility when you are in a courtroom, because Donald Trump is going to now be appointing a whole slew of more conservative judges like he did last time. He appointed hundreds of judges all over the country. I'm sure that's going to be the same case again. And when you are in court, standing there looking one of them dead in their eyes, and they don't even see you as human, you're not even having equal protection under the law, you're being treated differently than your white male counterparts, and your freedom is on the line, just remember that you bear partial responsibility in why that is so. And friends, I'll leave you with this. Keep your head up. Grieve if you must, but don't stay down too long. Be encouraged. Just know that weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. And if you're breathing and you're watching this video right now, that means that you're still blessed. That means that you still have something to be grateful for. All right? I know how you feel. Trust me, I do. It was hard last night. I couldn't even get online and post anything because I just couldn't believe, knowing everything that we know about this man, that there are people in this country that are that gullible and naive. But alas, here we are. Share your thoughts. I love you guys. Take care. Peace.